Hey guys, out at the hangar today. Just thought I'd give you a little update. I know we were looking at different airplanes. It's been quite a journey over the last couple months. If you remember, we started out looking at a decathlon and the fabric was kind of toast and the engine was a mess. Then there was the Fuji LM1, really exciting airplane, really considered that one a lot. The problem with that one was it was exhibition experimental or something. So that had some restrictions on it as to where you could fly it, a little uncomfortable with that. Then we moved on to the RV7, which was great. That guy decided not to sell, so I went and found an RV6A. Really excited about that plane, mid-time engine, glass. Everything looked great. I actually wired the money to an escrow company, bought the plane. Quinn and I were going to pick it up. I did a pre-buy on it, and during the pre-buy, they found that the bolts that hold the tail on weren't done correctly, and they weren't really even hitting metal solidly. If I remember to do it, I'll insert a picture right here of the bolts and how the guy missed the metal plate and the tail was about to fall off. So kind of good about it. So I'll try and do that now. Don't know if it's gonna work. All right, so I was still gonna buy that plane. I was gonna fix the tail bolts. The owner got kind of sketchy, suddenly didn't want to sell. State of California was closed for business. The pre-buy guy, it was a $600 pre-buy. He sent me a bill for $1,100, which was odd. We kind of worked that out. That guy was, a little shifty too. So there's an upcoming video about buying and selling airplanes I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to tell you all about how to buy it and what's going to happen to you and the things you run into. I spent about $1,700 in a week on 2 different airplanes for pre-buys and wire fees for planes that I didn't buy. So it's expensive to look at airplanes. And, honestly, it's better to blow $1,700 than end up with a plane with maybe a $30,000 problem, right? So sometimes you just got to eat it, just move on, find the right plane. So our mission really with an airplane, the RVs sound great. 2-seat airplanes are kind of limiting. Our mission really, I want to go as fast as I could possibly go and still be able to do some flight training. So that retractable gear airplanes are kind of out. My mission isn't to fly 600 miles. It's to fly, maybe 200-300 miles. So, 130, 140 knots, that'll do it. Carrying 4 people helps, use for flight instruction. So that's kind of where we landed. We went through all those other planes, and the logical choice in the plane I almost bought before the Cirrus was Cessna 182. So let me give you a little shot of what we did. It's finally done. We did something. I made a command decision. So that looks pretty good, right? Cessna 182, pretty nice. I got this one kind of at a deal because the engine was run out. Of course, the aircraft broker told me the engine was at TBO, so I thought, well, oil analysis and compressions, and we'll fly it for a while. And as aircraft brokers do, they exaggerate and lie about everything. I shouldn't say lie. Maybe he just made a mistake. The engine wasn't at TBO. It was 500 hours over TBO. So we discovered that in the pre-buy, and we negotiated the price accordingly. So what we did is the price was good enough where we ended up in this situation right here. So yeah, it's a glider right now. Fuel economy is exceptional. Can't lift much though. So yeah, we're gonna maybe do a fixing a 182 up video. This airplane's a neat airplane. It's got 3,700 hours total time on it. It's got a Garmin GTX 345 transponder, ADS-B in and out. So it's actually a nice transponder, but that's about it. So we're looking at avionics. We're looking at the engine. I have given advice in the past, never be the guy to put the engine and the avionics in a plane. And now I'm breaking all my own rules because I bought this one at a price point where I could get it all done and still not be upside down. Ooh, somebody bought some LED landing lights too. So there's something. All right. Anyways, let me show you the engine real quick. Okay, so here's where the engine used to be. We even took off the engine mounts. When you get into an engine overhaul, you get into you might as well, right? You might as well do the engine mounts. You might as well do the propeller. You might as well do the propeller governor, the exhaust system. Actually, I'm just noticing now the propeller's gone, so I guess we did send that off. Here's the engine, the mighty 0470. This engine was put in 1978. It's supposed to be done at 1,500 hours. That's the time between overhaul by the manufacturer. It made it over 2,000, and actually the compressions were good. It was running good. So a lot of people are yelling at me right now in the comments, why didn't you keep running it? And you can. At some point it'll go bad, and I didn't want to be in it when it went bad. And I think when you go 500 hours over TBO and over 40 years, I think the engine gave you everything it was supposed to give you. And I'll just feel better with the new engine. This one, try not to laugh at me, we might keep this airplane. I know that is not my history to keep airplanes, but it could happen. Maybe this is the one. You never know. The mighty 182, 135 knots when I flew it home, burning 13 gallons an hour. I got 80 gallons of fuel. Very capable airplane. I love the seats in these planes. They sit high, they're heavy. I mean, they're really neat planes. Give me a shot of the panel. Yeah, we had to take some of the panel off to get the engine mounts out, apparently. I'm just discovering this at the same time you are. So that's interesting. Anyways, that's what we did. That's your update. We made the command decision. 182, 1968 Cessna 182. We're gonna have a brand new overhauled engine, overhauled prop, everything forward of the firewall, basically. If you notice it's not here, we're making it all brand new. So that'll be great. And then we've got some plans for the panel as well. Maybe a G3X and a GNC 355. It's hard to say, you know? If we're gonna keep it, we could do all those things. If you're gonna sell it, it's not a good idea to be the guy that upgrades it. But I found a really good engine shop, super happy with it. And like I said, we'll do a little video maybe as we go of everything. And I'll do a video also of cost. You just know what it, in 2021, what it costs to put a new engine and all new accessories forward to the firewall on a Cessna 182. That might interest some people because it hopefully will be worth it. These planes brand new, I think they're over $600,000, $700,000. We won't have anything near that invested, but we'll have fairly solid newish airplane. So that's your update. Sorry, it's been a while. And like I said, we'll do some updates of the engine as we go. And I also have a video coming up of buying and selling airplanes and all the horrors that can involve, because it was a pain. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again hopefully next week. We'll do the next video.